When it comes to cars, I'm a fan of buttons, but now that BMW is getting rid of all of them, I'm actually a fan of what they're doing instead. And it all comes down to the Panoramic iDrive that's coming to all BMW models starting next year, and it's going to be in one car by the end of this year. And there's some key components that you need to know when it comes to this system. It all starts with a panoramic display that goes from the left side to the right side of the vehicle, and you can completely customize this with various apps and widgets to your preference. And all of the key information is right above the steering wheel, and it's a multi-function steering wheel, as you can see behind me. And those functions change based on what you're doing, and it actually pings you based on what's happening in the car. Probably the coolest thing about this whole thing is the heads-up display that it's 3D above the steering wheel. So in your real-world vision, when you're making turns, you'll actually see those turn signals and those indicators when you want to make them. You don't have to actually stare over to the central display if you don't want to, where the map is always there if you want it. But I'd rather have those directions right where I'm driving, and that's probably the best part about this whole thing. When it comes to the central display, that's actually customizable too. Now this is definitely larger than life that you'd see over my shoulder, but all of those buttons right there, there's a home button so you can always get back home, but all of the main functions are always at your fingertips, so you can scroll through them like up and down to go to different features, or within an app, you can actually go left to right. So it's actually fairly intuitive. For me, the game-changing feature is the 3D heads-up display. Now, a lot of people think that when it comes to technology in cars, it's really about distracting you. But what I'm seeing here is that BMW is flipping that on its head. Be sure to follow us at Tom's Guide across all of our social channels to see all the latest news from CES 2025, and I can't wait to test drive the real thing.